Welcome to Norfolk Perspective City Slice. I'm Bob Batcher. Well, did you ever sit in front of Shark Tank and say, I could do that, but I don't know how to do it? Well, we've got three people on the sofa that, this isn't Shark Tank, I promise, but have an idea, have a product, and wanted to expand their distribution. And they've been working with the City of Norfolk Economic Development Office, and a new program was developed called Export Tech. And they're going to tell us about it because they're also going to explain what's on my table. And I got Ernest Florescano.
Yes.
And founder and president of Descale-O-Matic Corporation.
Correct.
And your product is?
It's what's sitting on the table. It's a Descale-O-Matic non-chemical water treatment unit.
And all of us are familiar with that.
No, but we want all of you to be.
Okay, that'll work. Justin Gore, inside sales manager for Mission Mobility.
Yes, sir.
.com. And your product is?
So on the table right here is a communications kit that we sell to executive and small to mid-sized teams that are on the edge of a network that they can't get communications from.
So what's your thing do for them then?
So this provides them basically an office atmosphere anywhere in the world.
Wherever they want to be?
Wherever they want to be.
The Bahamas or in the office?
Or Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever it may be.
Wow. Okay, and Chris Matchett, you are Chief Technology Officer for Noteris. What does your product do?
We basically develop wireless camera systems for heavy equipment to allow heavy equipment operators and management to be able to see areas that they normally would not be able to see.
Like right behind the tire? Where
like right behind it, or on a tower crane when they're doing blind picks and they can't see, or on the front of a tugboat when they're pushing it down the river and they can't see what's in front of them.
This is all very important stuff. Ernest, when was your company formed?
1970.
Okay, and where are you located then?
On North Military Highway on Spring Meadow Boulevard.
So your first customer?
Norfolk General Hospital, which is now Centera.
So did you carry this in and say, I got this, it's really cool? How did you make your first sale?
Well, I came to Norfolk in 1954, and I was in a business selling exotic welding alloys, and I created some very good friendships, and people trusted me. So this was so just unbelievable, let's put it that way, that I went to the people who trusted me, and I said, I have this thing that we've developed. It's a magnetic non-chemical water treatment unit. Would you like to experiment with it? So they had a handful of people. Norfolk Shipbuilding and Dry Dock was another one, and they performed. They did what we expected plus. So that's how we got started.
So local business, really good. When did you decide to go international?
We decided to go international probably in 1980, 1981. There was a federal program called I'm trying to remember now, but it was top. It was.
I'm sure it had an acronym in it.
Yeah, it had an acronym, but for $100 you got 100 leads for U.S. Department of Commerce people abroad, where they would put you in touch.
So you picked up your cell phone and you start calling people?
Well, we didn't have cell phones.
Oh, okay.
We didn't even have fax machines.
So, I want to bring that up because people think, okay, I can do that, but how do you go international?
Well, yeah, it was just kind of by word of mouth, because up until we got our website, we were in the Thomas Register and things like that, but the website's been the greatest. As a matter of fact, we upgraded it big time last year, and that's been wonderful.
Okay, Justin, same thing. You mentioned, you threw out some names of some countries: Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq. We've heard those countries in the news.
Correct.
So is that kind of the network that with military?
For that application, yes. So when we started Export Tech, and we really wanted to start focusing on getting these modules into other countries, we didn't really have a plan per se. We just had to really start developing, and that's where Export Tech really helped us. We're not going for foreign militaries, rather foreign integrators. The EU, NATO, going into those type of countries and organizations. As government spending really tightened up, we had to find a way to...
You got to look outside the region.
We really do. We looked at going into commercial markets, and we developed our plan to go in 2016, and we're going to implement that plan in a couple of weeks. We're going to Belgium and Germany for a 7-stop trip.
Wow. Now, Chris, I'm learning how to drive my minivan with the rear view camera. I think the red means stop. How did you develop your client base then overseas?
Our overseas client base was actually driven from demand from our website. A lot of people that would want or need our product, in order to find it, what they would do is just go on websites like Google and search for wireless camera system for my tower crane. We were a lot of times at the top of the results, and they'd hit us up. We've been in countries like Peru, UK, Israel, Singapore, all just inbound, driven from people internationally wanting to know more. And we knew nothing about international business. So somebody calling you from another country, and they barely speak your English language.
I was going to say, there's the language issue.
Yep.
Well, you know, English is now the international language. We have never had a problem with that.
Okay, but you're saying in pre-tape though that the need to communicate with the new customer base in Canada.
Yeah, well, that's hard. But to review again, we've been in, as I said, as many as 20 countries. We have
Right.
an installation in Dubai at their airport on their cooling system, and Conrad Hilton Hotel in Istanbul. For 17 years, up until 1999, we had huge business in South Korea. They went out of business. The owner died and didn't have a successor, but you know, we're all over. And
So what did so I mean, you had an established international experience.
Exactly.
So what did Export Tech? What was the appeal to you for it, and what?
yeah, the appeal was that we would have the capabilities of the Department of Commerce with their, you know, their contacts abroad, and the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Norfolk Department of Development all working together to expand that and get us in touch with potential clients worldwide. It impressed me at one of our first meetings. It was brought up that the population of the United States is like 300 million. Abroad is 7-point-some billion. I thought, good heavens.
There's a market out there.
Absolutely. And they've been wonderful about, you know, we've had post meetings with all the people. We had, our coach was J.C. Brinker from ODU, and he's a tower of information, and we're having, you know, we'll be working with him henceforth.
Okay. So Justin, what was the experience like to go through Export Tech? Obviously, you developed some relationships. I saw that in pre-tape here.
We did.
Got to know each other.
Yeah.
Because you're not really competitors.
Not at all, no.
But there's a
Compliment.
common thread of trying to be effectively.
Yes.
So the Economic Development Department was key to that?
It was. It was a real big benefit to us for finding out, dealing with business overseas, market research, legal stuff, banking. It's stuff you really don't think about when you start doing this. And really how to sustain the business overseas once we get it up and running. It was a real big help. Larry Lombardi and Sandra Choi really helped us out with that.
Now, what are some of the challenges that you ran into with going overseas?
One of the biggest challenges were a lot of times payment terms. Here in the U.S., common in business is to get net 10, net 30, net 60 payment terms. You deliver something to somebody and then they cut you a check back.
That's kind of the idea.
That's really the idea. When you're selling internationally, there's not a lot of recourse if you send something internationally and your customer doesn't want to pay. How are you going to find an attorney to do collections?
It's already
on that?
over there, right?
It's already over there, and it was amazing. The federal assistance that there's this one organization called Exim Bank, if I'm not mistaken, that actually aids in setting up that kind of relationship to allow payment terms internationally, and it just got reactivated, if I'm not mistaken, in December.
I guess, you know, part of my non-educated view is, you know, you manufacture your product.
Yes.
You get it. You line up a cargo, a ship.
We
How does it start?
Our product is such that everything is air freight. We're not selling tractors or fire engines or anything.
Okay.
You can get a whole bunch of these telematics on an air freight. And air freight is competitive up to 2,000 pounds with sea freight. So our shipments are typically less than that.
Okay. Now, do you have a representative that goes with the product then overseas?
No. We have the representative overseas who promotes the product, the distributor, and they receive it and sell it. And the servicing is it's just so simple. You know, once a year they just take it apart, flush it clean, and put it back. But that's how we ship.
Okay.
But as far as payment,
Yeah.
we have insisted on prepay, wire money to our account, or a letter of credit. And if they don't like that, then we don't do business with them. But this Ex-Im Bank that you mentioned is a great opportunity because, and then there's another thing that we learned. There's an insurance that you get. It's token, the cost, but it covers you in case that somebody reneges on payment.
Okay. So that was the kind of information that. Would you do it again? Go through Export Tech?
I would,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
And then
Yeah, good
recommend
program.
it to people who would be interested.
So, okay, what do you see for the future of exports in Norfolk and the Hampton Roads area? I mean, we hear about the port, we hear about freight, I mean, air freight, and, so often we think of the Norfolk Airport as,
Yeah, right.
getting a ticket and going, but there's a lot of air freight that goes out of that airport.
True.
So are we set up prime for it, for you guys?
As far as I'm concerned, we are, yes.
Yeah, you have all
agree.
the major means of transportation to get out of the country from here in Norfolk, which is really nice.
Okay, one of you mentioned the numbers. The population here in America
I did.
is just a
300 million versus 7 point
7
some
billion,
billion. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's a big market overseas.
I think that in itself says what the future of export can be.
Exactly.
What would you say to a company or an entrepreneur who was saying, I'm looking at moving to Norfolk to set up business?
I'd say they couldn't do anything better. When I came to Norfolk, there was virtually nothing as far as social entertainment, and now there's everything. My wife and I have participated in, which wasn't at that time, the opera, the symphony, the theaters, sports. I mean, it's wonderful.
So the quality of life is there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, right. And now
Distribution for business is there.
right.
And
Yeah.
the city really supports businesses. That's what's been really good.
Super.
As Ernie had alluded to, the city of Norfolk, I can't thank them enough for not only introducing the program, but also just keep in touch with us and actually expressing interest in the growth of our business.
Super. Thanks a lot for coming. And I need to talk to you about how that bird eye view on a car works. Thanks a lot for everything that you've done to bring the message across, but also that encouraging word for the entrepreneur of the future that might want to go international.
Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot.
Bob.
Thanks, Bob.